Does Madam Koi Koi really exist? When I was in secondary school in my early 2000 in Enugu boarding school, and if you attended a Nigerian boarding school, you probably know that boarding school came with its own scary stories. We heard stories about Bush Baby, Madam Koi Koi, Naked Man, and so many other mysterious things. But there was one story that always stood out to me, Madam Koi Koi. Before I entered boarding school, I had already heard about this name. I've heard about the story, but honestly, I didn't really take it that serious. I thought it was just one of those stories or the older student told to frighten the younger students. Until one night, something happened. We have all gone out for night prep. And for those that don't know, night prep is when we go out at night to read our books. Yes, and it's compulsory. But you know, student now, some students do sneak back to the hostel. Maybe they are not feeling well or they are not in the mood to read. So while we are at night prep, a student who has sneaked back to the hostel came, we heard a scream, someone was shouting, and they were running towards the classroom. They were shouting, Madam Koi Koi, Jesus, a group of students, they were screaming. And those of us that were in the classroom, we were surprised. We were like, what's going on? We came out, we were hearing, Madam Koi Koi, Madam Koi Koi. Everybody started running. People became scared. We started running, and to be honest with you, we don't even know where we were running to. Then the security man now came in, the matron now came and calmed everyone down. Then another night again, around midnight in another hostel, another dormitory started saying that they heard the stories of, that they saw Madam Koi Koi or they heard the sound of Koi Koi. But we don't really know what happened because we weren't there. It was in another hostel. But what they kept saying is that they heard coin, 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 the sound of a woman's high-heeled shoes walking through the corridors at night. No one has seen this woman, just the sound of the shoe, the coin, coin sound. We also had other stories. Some students will tell you that they were outside at night and naked man suddenly appeared and tried to grab them. They will tell you they were outside at night and naked man suddenly appeared and tried to grab them. My friend was a victim of one, so I believe the story, and thank God she wasn't raped. The story about a naked man. There were stories about Bush Baby. There were stories about all kinds of strange things. But Madam Koi Koi, now it was different, because years later, I started hearing the same story from different people who attended completely different schools, different states. But somehow, same Madam Koi Koi, same story. So I keep wondering, how is it possible? How the students in different parts of Nigeria know about this same mysterious woman? I don't know if it's a story that students passed from one generation to the other, or was there actually a woman behind the legend? Well, according to the popular version of the story, Madam Koi Koi was once a teacher who wore high-heel shoes. Different versions say different things about what happened to her, including stories about her death. I've even watched a Nigerian movie, same story about this Madam Koi Koi, and how she supposedly returned to haunt school hostels. But the problem is that there is no reliable evidence proving that Madam Koi Koi was actually a ghost. So, does Madam Koi Koi really exist? Was she a real woman whose story became a legend? Was it simply fear spreading from one generation of students to another? Were ordinary sounds in dark corridors being mistaken for footsteps, or was there really someone or something walking through those hostels at night? I honestly don't know, because I never saw Madam Koi Koi with my own eyes, but I've heard stories. So now I want to know from you, did you ever hear Madam Koi Koi in your school?